Hello, nice to meet all of you. So, yeah, in the April of this year, I thought about what to use like generative AI for, and I thought that it might be good to generate like a title for presentation. Now I think it's cringe, and I'm embarrassed of it, and I don't like it at all. But the case study is actually nice. So, yeah, I am Łukasz Uznański, and I work for Macopedia, for like a lead TYPO3 developer, and I am also author of Headless extension. Some of you may know it. So, what's this all about? So, there is this company that is called Roleplug. It's one of our clients, and to give you some backstory, so this company has like 100 years of history. So, for example, they innovated like the plug to the wall for the Buckingham Palace, and they produce screws, like wall plugs, and like screwdrivers, like all of this kind of stuff. So you can see that products of them are used, for example, in Burj Khalifa or Wembley Stadium. So like it's really worldwide company. They have like I think 120 markets. So pretty big, I believe. Yeah. So more of their projects. So backstory of this project is rather simple. So they came to us 2 years ago. They wanted to improve their sales and to build some kind of knowledge base to help and minimize costs of sales and customer service. It's like perfect digital transformation, basically, because before that they had like a static website, hard coded, and they had like multiple website with different layout. Oh, a different layout used like on different markets, and yeah, they wanted to move to digital, uh, sale in digital, and yeah, keep the knowledge in the CMS. So, what was the motivation behind? I will go through that. So, first one is this maintenance-free sales process with B2B e-commerce system. Let's imagine, like with company like that, what a sales process looks like. So you have like a client, which is actually a company. If he wants to place an order, he has to contact sales rep of a Roleplug. Then sales rep needs to prepare an offer. Client then receives the offer. Then there is decision. If there is no, then there is negotiation, and the circle goes on. So it takes a lot of time, a lot of resources. Salesman needs to contact them all the time, like via email or via phone, even sometimes directly. So yeah, you can imagine how many sales representatives you need in order to make this sales work. Yeah, so we need to implement like a system to allow you to order things without contact with the sales rep and to ease this process. And that's where actually B2B commerce comes into uh, yeah, Magento 2 system comes into the work and can like is this process and implement it and allow user to sell to buy without contact with the sales reps. But it doesn't mean that you have to like hire all of the sales reps. They still have to make the work, but in a different way. It's much easier if you have client who can go to the website, go to the checkout, and boom, the sales is done. Next thing is build knowledge base for clients because they produce large amount of stuff. It's like really it goes in hundreds and hundreds. So that's where TYPO3 comes, and that's actually TYPO3 role. And it's like the point of that is to minimize the amount of work for customer service and for salesmen. Because if you think about that, if you don't have one central place to have your knowledge, then you have to send those details via email. So it's hard to update. Like there is no real possibility. You have to send it again. There is like need to call the salesman or the customer service, ask them. So still another cost. So yeah, it's if you have central system for this kind of stuff, like a content hub, I will say. So TYPO3 as a content hub, yeah, we have like easy access to knowledge base about product, services, certificates, easy way to update it. Yeah, and still like customer service and sales rep reduction, because yeah, we can minimize the cost. And of course, we can enrich e-commerce product pages by providing content from TYPO3. Also, there is like one very important thing about that, because there is, there was not a need to provide common user interface for all of those systems. So for e-commerce, for knowledge base, and for offering system, for all of those microservices, and also have the possibility to maintain it in the easy way. So what's the result of that? Yeah, I know it's not an easy one, but we have front end, which is responsible for common user interface for all of those systems. On top of that, there is help desk, which provides support for customer service. Then we have Magento 2 as a headless e-commerce, which is responsible for B2B features. Then there is merchant panel, where sales rep can go and create an offer with the same interface. And yeah, it doesn't have to be like manual work anymore. Then there is also like price service, because if you think about B2B sales, then basically every client, every company has its own price for every other item, and they can't really know about each other prices. And yeah, then there is TYPO3 as a content hub and as a central place for the whole routing and navigation of the website. And yeah, of course, there is ID management and CRM, and then middleware for handling all like sales, sending them to ERP and stuff like this. And another thing like Akeneo PIM, which is product information management system, which allows you to store information about the products. Yeah. So you could also use just Magento 2 or build a B2B in TYPO3, but I believe that you have to choose the right tool for the job. So yeah, to get the best of all of the worlds. Yeah. So to visualize it. This is how this page looks like. This is all like this Vue.js Next application. Like the top part, and basically this whole page is rendered by TYPO3 Headless. This means that all this content comes from TYPO3. Also, that part is coming from e-commerce, but it's not like hard-coded. It's an element in TYPO3 where you can set categories or products that you want to display on this page and cross-link to them. So for example, this is like a catalog of this page. So at the top, you can see the region, which comes from CMS, because TYPO3 is responsible for languages and for regions. Then you have search, search is combined from Magento 2 and from CMS. Then there is like e-commerce and product management information, because there is catalog of products where you can go through them and actually buy them. And of course, there is ID provider where you can log in and check out and buy. Yeah. Also, it's not like all of that, because client also has its own microservices. like some kind of calendars, stuff like this. So yeah, with headless approach, it's really easy to integrate this kind of stuff. So in that case, what TYPO3 is responsible for actually? So I will go through that point one by one. Okay, so like the first thing that the client told us, yeah, we want to show personalized content because yeah, in this B2B approach, clients are segmented by their sales. So if client buys more, then he gets the better prices, like better status, and yeah, has access to yeah, another things. There is also like trader or contractor. So yeah, you have to really like show specific content to some kind of user groups. And those user groups are held in e-commerce, not in TYPO3, because yeah, it's based on the sales. Yeah, so what problems may occur with front-end user authentication? Like there is front-end authentication in Magento, also in TYPO3, but how to log in user into both systems? It's not that hard, but you have to have some approach to that topic and how to make at the same time TYPO3 to know about the user, like the less information that, because TYPO3 only needs to know about the user group to show that personalized content. And yeah, we want to keep GDPR in place because it's easier if you have only like limited amount of data. Yeah, so let's imagine that user wants to log in on the website. Of course, there is like HTTP request when the user wants to authenticate. Then the front end calls TYPO3 for authentication. TYPO3 asks credentials to e-commerce system. E-commerce system then returns us information if this user actually exists and if the credentials are correct. If so, then we have information of this user, like user data and user group. And then TYPO3 can decide if TYPO3 logs in that user, or needs to like update it by his new user group, or needs to create that user. So yeah, those are user groups which are coming from Magento 2. We build like integration. So we run a cron job scheduler which updates automatically user groups. And at the same time, in TYPO3, we keep only like Magento UID. So we only know about ID of this user in Magento, like in e-commerce system, and just the user group. So the bare minimum. And yeah, so for example, we have logged in page. We have like not logged in page with different content, different products. And at the same time, there is like third thing introduced here. So not logged in, but you can browse as a trader or as a contractor. So even without even without logging in, you can like choose different content for yourself. Yeah. Next thing that I really like, and I think it's really useful feature. So building landing page based on promotions that comes from e-commerce system. It means that we are tying marketing content that comes from CMS with e-commerce data. So this page, like whole content comes from CMS, but we have like promotion start and end date that comes from e-commerce, and we have product listing from e-commerce. I know that that's not the best screen, but yeah. So that's promotion record in TYPO3. Then you have like discount rule, and those discount rules comes from Magento system. So they introduce this control in Magento system, then create record in TYPO3, and can like choose it and use it and build like landing page. You can see publish date, expiration date, and access management also comes from e-commerce system. That means you don't have to care about turning it off like manually in TYPO3 system. It's coming from Magento, so there is one place of truth. Another thing is cross-linking to categories. And those are actually Magento categories. Those are not TYPO3 categories. So that is link browser, link wizard. You can choose the main category in e-commerce system and then look for like this search integrated with Magento, which allows you to cross-link to category. Those links are based on typo links. Same when it comes to linking to products. So there is also another link browser addition, which allows you to go like by identifier of the product and add it to your link. A very important thing here is that every page, like every root page, like every region is tied to another Magento that, for Poland, we have different tax and stuff rules. So those searches are actually working like within that region. So if you are on Polish region, then you are searching only for Polish products. Then you can, of course, associate product with an article. We use Headless news extension. And as you can see, as I said before, that's actually a typo link. So this is news record. You can add products by creating this link that I showed you before. Yeah, and add associate it with news record. This is useful for providing like knowledge base for clients and for products. And actually, this is detail page of a article. Like the whole content is above, but you can see that we show those products on article page. It means that if you are writing article about usage of some kind of product, then you can directly go into that product and actually buy it. Yeah, it provides also guidance for end users and enrich e-commerce data with guides and additional information. Yeah. And also, we can like display products on CMS pages, as I said before. So we have like multiple elements which can cover displaying of elements. So you can choose elements by category or by identifier, unique identifier. Yeah, when it comes to regions, I can say that for now, they are like this whole application is deployed on two regions. So there is global one, which is responsible for, it's a global region, and there is Polish region. There are different kind of law requirements for all of those specific regions. We are going to launch, as far as I know, at least 17 more Magento and regions. So this is like separate sales channels. Like every single region comes with its own content, with own Magento, with own shop, with own tax rules, and low requirements. So we have to keep in mind a lot of things. Also, there is like common handling issue, because With TYPO3, there is like not a problem to handle hreflang. Like it's the feature is there. So problem is when Magento systems doesn't know about each other, and we need some place to handle those hreflangs for different regions, because yeah, we have root pages in TYPO3, and that's fine because you can cross-link between them. But in Magento 2, the stores are like more separated. So we build like one central place to handle all of those hreflang issue. So yeah, we are building actually hreflangs for Magento in our system. Of course, there is like profile management. So that's how profile can look and actually looks like. And yeah, this data comes from e-commerce system, but it's still manageable by content management system. So if you want to add something there, you can still do this. So it's really not hard coded. And there is, of course, external terms service integration, because yeah, as you know, handling terms, of course, could be different for different regions. So there is another thing to think about when you are going into multiple regions. When you think also about users and permissions and their organizations, so the end customers for us are usually the companies. The companies has like different, I would say, branches, locations where they want to buy, and also different users with different roles. So there is like whole system to manage those users and permissions based on organization. So you can add role to the user, and you can also set like a unit and set the location. So when the client orders, they know where to send that order. So yeah, it's, I believe, really useful feature for handling those kind of user permissions and stuff. You can add new one and you can like filter them, because yeah, there are times when there are like, I don't know, 100 or more people. So yeah, it's really useful. So I can say that there is like bundle. So we have like bundle. Maybe it's not like possible to integrate like just like that for every kind of shop, but it's there, like this e-commerce, Next TYPO3 and headless integration. And yeah, if you need any support on that topic, or you want to like tackle some other issues, or need some guidance on how to proceed with this kind of stuff, yeah, then let us know. We can, I think, help you with that. Yeah. To summarize that, there is like huge worldwide corporate client. There is like we have like microservices approach. So we have like every kind of application, which is the best in, like, I believe, in what it does. So we use TYPO3 for content management system, and of course providing content in general. And yeah, it's also responsible for routing and linking to categories, having the knowledge base, updating the content, yeah, and basically having the whole routing of the whole web page, because like the whole web page depends on that TYPO3. Then there is this e-commerce system with Magento 2, which I believe it's a really stable solution. It's on the market for a very long time, and yeah, it provides features that are needed for B2B approach. like we tested other B2B systems, but I think that on the market right now, when it comes to open source solutions, I would go with Magento 2, to be honest. Then there is this product information management system, which provides data to enrich data for products in Magento system. Then, of course, as I said before, this price service. This is actually like a product that comes from our company. It's not open source, but it's really important to keep in mind that every client has its own price because has its own status. I think it's even the different regions has different prices. So you have to really think out complexity when it comes to prices, because if you show the wrong price for the wrong customer and the other customer sees that they have something cheaper, so then they won't be happy. I bet. And yeah, this also means that we have that common user interface and user experience for all of the systems, because of that front-end application that is on top. And even for merchant panel, so this offering system, so there is like we also build like application for those sales reps, which allows them to create offers, and those offers are with the same layout and checkout that are in Magento 2 checkout, and it's all common. And it's really helpful also for the sales representatives, because all interface is basically the same. And at the same time, if you think about customers, when they go to the website and search for products, they see the same interface. They go to catalog, it's the same. Checkout is the same. Then contact the sales reps. Offer also looks the same. And if they look up for information about the product, they know the system very well. So it improves like the end experience for end users. It feels more natural for them, because if they get used to the system, then it's very easy to use it. And I can say that TYPO3, as I said, is working as a knowledge base and a router for whole page. It's handling like really, I can say, heavy traffic, and the sales that they have, it's like, and I can't go into details, but it's really impressive. And from my perspective, it's very nice to see that TYPO3 is in that place is responsible for like whole routing, for handling everything basically about content, and that client is happy with that solution, that he can work with CMS, provide knowledge base, update content, and help end customers with their provide guidance for them. And there are a lot of integrations, as I showed you, between e-commerce and TYPO3. But I know that there are some integrations on the market, but I believe that it's different for B2C and it's different for B2B. Like we have different problems. So, for example, those regions, we have to search for the correct region, for example, like also linking between articles and stuff like this. So, and also that hreflang issue, that's some kind of some things to think about when you are integrating TYPO3 with e-commerce system. Thank you. So do you have any questions on that topic?
Hey, thank you. Did you import all the products from Magento into TYPO3 to enable the linking and searching?
No, we don't import them. So the first place is the Akeneo, this product information system. So they have like the all like images, stuff like this. It's in Akeneo. They import it from Akeneo to Magento, and in TYPO3 we only ask the API of Magento. When we are cross-linking, we ask API for where is the API. So we have the list of products, and then when we have the list of products, you choose the right one. Then we have the unique identifier of this product, and then TYPO3, based on TYPO-link, can build link to that product. So we don't like store them in TYPO3 at all. It's like just plain TYPO-link and build based on a unique identifier. Oh, yeah.
Following up on that, how how performant is that if you need to keep calling the API of your e-commerce system?
But you mean like about this cross-linking, or?
Right. So if I understood correctly, for example, if you were to like open a list of all product or a specific product, you would then have TYPO3 call the API of your e-commerce system to get all the relevant data.
Yeah, but it happens when you when you are working with content and you are cross-linking. So it's not like you are calling them all the time, because when you find that product, by using this search query for Magento 2, then we have this unique identifier, and we build TYPO-link based on that. So we don't have to query them anymore. So it's like you search it one time, set it in the TYPO-link, and basically you are ready to go. So the performance is not an issue in this case.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, there. So thank you for your talk. Can you explain why you choose the headless approach over, let's say, let's integrate Magento into TYPO3 in the front end? So we choose either one system for front end rendering and integrate the other one?
Yeah, because of common user interface, as I said. Yeah, I know it could be done other way, but yeah, you mentioned two systems, and then there is like merchant panel. So it's third system. So you have free front end to handle right now. Yeah, so CMS, e-commerce, merchant. Then there is also help desk, and and so there is like fourth one. So and the offering system. So there are a lot of integrations under that. So it's really easy for us if we have like standalone front end application which handles. There is one place where you have to maintain the front end in that approach, basically, because you can maintain your front end. Yeah, as I said, in one application, you don't have to care about styles or something like it's mixing between your applications, because there's one place of truth for me. And yeah, and what comes in my mind, if you want to add another system, then it's easier if you have like that headless approach, because yeah, you just add it, you have front end integration for it, and you don't have to care like if the rendering is going to work. So yeah, for me it's like common user interface, and maintenance of that front end is like the key here to have the separate front end.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much then. Yeah.